Yes. Hi, I'm Ron DeLorge, and this is my special occasion speech. And today I'm going to go over basically the description of the speech and when it took place. Our audience this is a eulogy I did for my wife's grandfather just a couple of years ago, and it just seems like yesterday that we did this. But the audience is friends and family from the church. Um, the event or setting obviously is a eulogy. Actually, we called it a life celebration, a going home. And other speakers were the pastor. There were some other kids that spoke and grandkids, which I happen to be a part of. And then there were some songs, benediction, and of course I did most of the eulogy. So the purpose of the message, the primary message, is to talk about Elmer's legacy that he left for his kids and his grandkids. So I titled this "What a Time to Celebrate." And reading has been especially important for me in the last couple of years. And I ran across a book called Winning with People by John C. Maxwell. And there's three principles that Elmer personified in this book. One is called the elevator principle. It talks about in relationships, we can lift up people or we can take them down in our relationships. Elmer was an encourager. And in doing so, he was adding value to people. When we add value to others, we enjoy being around those kind of people. And I think everybody can relate to that. Evangelist D.L. Moody once said, "Do all the good you can do to all the people that you can, in all the ways that you can, as long as you can." Elmer knew the value of a smile and the many miles that that smile would carry the individual. He was certainly drawn to little children and families with young children. 1 John 5:1 says, "Everyone who believes that Jesus is the Christ is born of God, and everyone who loves the Father loves his children as well." Elmer took this to a whole new level. The second principle is actually called the number 10 principle. It says, believing the best in people usually brings out the best in people. And Elmer believed this. And he even went so far as to share this principle with the Texas Rangers, and that's the guys that play baseball. He believed in them all right, watching every inning as much as he could, hoping in the off season that the next year would be the year that they make it to the World Series. Well, since he's passed away, they have made it to the World Series twice, and I'm sure he's been in God's ear right now saying, one more time to win it all. And the third principle is actually the satisfaction principle. It says, in great relationships, the joy of being together is enough. I love the statement that John Maxwell says about this particular principle, that shared memories create a bonded environment. Personally, one of the most memorable times that I had with Elmer were a few years ago. He and I were in the backyard, and we were actually making lighted Christmas signs. And so he taught me how to do that, but it was his unconditional love that I carry on his legacy through that particular love. As 1 Corinthians says, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, it is not rude, and so on and so forth. Love never fails. And that's what I love about his legacy. That was my special occasion speech.